slave dance, the capoeira. In South Africa, it has been adapted to a unique own style. Hip-hop purists see their message of inclusivity as a positive alternative to gangster street culture. Here's our report. It's fun time in PE, but the performers are also serious artists. Despite appearances, these youngsters are hard-working musicians committed to make a difference in their own lives and in their community.
Hip-hop, the life and death of me. Hip-hop nights the money.
J-Bucks is happening. He recently produced an album. He even received positive feedback from Sweden. But his concern is that people in his own city do not yet appreciate hip-hop as a true musical art form.
Port Elizabeth, I think, at the moment is American perception of hip-hop is. And I think as soon as we eradicate that, the sooner and the better it will be for us, you know what I'm saying? Right now, like adults, you know what I'm saying, they still see hip-hop like this very, how can I say, gangster type of culture, you know what I'm saying?
Vincent Fraser is a producer at the Fat Lady Studio. He has worked with several hip-hop and R&B groups, including J-Bucks. Vincent believes in the future of hip-hop in the city, but there are serious constraints and a lack of interest from authorities.
Emphatically, there's no support. At one stage, I had a mass rally with all the musicians and genres coming together, and then we split them up into various genres, and we were discussing, you know, putting people like jazz one side, gospel one side, blah 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 blah, and put hip-hop like in, you know, with hip-hop, Kwaito, R&B, and everything else basically. Hip-hop was with everything else. And then once we were discussing something, and then somebody said something to the effect that, now we can't cater for that genre because it is American. It is not. It doesn't have substance, basically.
The local radio station, Bay FM, helps to promote hip-hop. It has a regular Sunday afternoon hip-hop slot, hosted by J-Bucks and Rush.
One of the best yet, Gangstar, recently in the country, huh?
Gangstar, doing the hip-hop summit in Joburg, the UN hip-hop summit.
The people of Shorterville say the Flats in the Glen is the one place you need to stay away from. But this is where hip-hop freestyle dance groups, DWC and Nervous Breakdown regularly entertain crowds. They believe their music and dance can help to keep youngsters away from drugs and violence. Andre and his group Nervous Breakdown are serious contenders to win the dance category, the National Hip Hop Indaba. DWC is the only girls group in Port Elizabeth. Nadia Jooste is committed to succeed. Her wish is to find the funding to involve more young girls in this art form of dancing.
Girls from the street. We started with 3. Then 2 broke away, and then I met up with him. I encourage others, but nobody is interested. It is only us that is serious about what we are doing. What we want to achieve is to be in the spotlight.
A surprising new development is the spread of hip-hop into the Xhosa community. The newly established Jijizembe Records started hosting such young talent. Allegedly, most of these artists were former township troublemakers. Their beats are created in this back room of a KwaZikele home.
I came into the scene. I was interested in rapping at first, but I saw that I have no potential. But what we could do is empower these people, because I had so many connections at the time, and I had a computer at home to do beats. So I started out doing beats for the guys, paying out for the studio time, and we recorded basically. And then after that it growed, and we saw a need for a record company, and that's where we step up, and me and Bart here, we established a company called Jijizembe Records.
is an important part of hip-hop music. World-renowned hip-hop DJ Reddy D is positive about the growth of the music in PE, yet disappointed in the lack of official support.
The one problem that I see with key people and authorities or whatever, they don't quite understand the power of the movement and the culture. Take, for instance, groups like BVK, POC. They were there, doing the voter education tours, teaching people how and why they should vote for democracy. They did workshops in prisons. So hip-hop in its essence, it's got a very, very strong sort of connection with the community in terms of informing them and exchanging, just delivering messages and so forth. So I think if people do their research and connect with key people in the industry around the country, it can really, really be a powerful force.
PE always tends to be neglected when there's a lot of parties or gigs going on, and they always skip PE. So I think they should support PE as a whole.
A lot of people sponsorships only to find that no funds is available to them.
The town council has a budget and program to develop various community art projects, but hip-hop does not feature.
Most importantly, they must register on a database for recreation and culture so that we can draw them in, and then we would be able to look at ways to actually improve our for this art form.
Hip can root in Port Elizabeth and developed an own unique style. Whether one likes the music or not, if it can engage young people in positive activities, it might well be deserving of more support.